Peter, we now have a jump off awaiting us.
We certainly do, Ernie. The championship challenge of Grand Prix Sunday here at the Hampton Classic has not disappointed. My
Let,
goodness, only 3 clear rounds
and let's take a
after
look at what that
39
jump off
starters.
will look like. We have a little bit of animation for our viewers, which will give us a good look at what we can expect.
This is the course. This is where the class is going to be won. We have 3 warriors going up against the post. So we'll get a look at that course. How are they going to sort it out? What are they going to do for the win? The same first 2 jumps, a gallop at number 1, as fast as you can go to number 2. Whether they do 7 strides or 8, we'll see. As tight as you can back on number 5. Now they put poles on top instead of that gate on flat cups. Then you run to the B and C element of the triple combination. That's a vertical, tight one to an oxer, a short right-hand turn to a new jump. You do too much of an angle on this jump, it gets extra wide. It's already wide if you jump it straight. Then back on the A element of the double verticals, the Longines vertical, and then the run to home. This is a big, square, wide oxer with a Liverpool underneath it. Good luck, riders. This is where we're going to find out who our champion is today.
I hear the call from Alan Keeley in the ring. We are going to come back for our jump off. We have 3 riders.
Yes, we have USA's Kristen Vanderveen on her number 1 horse, Great Britain's Jessica Mendoza on her number 1 horse, and Ireland's Shane Sweetnam on his great number 1 horse, James Conn Cruz. These are all championship level horses. Now, with only 3 horses in the jump off strategy is a little more like chess and a little less like poker or checkers. You know, what is the strategy going to be for Kristen Vanderveen going first? She's an incredibly fast rider, but she knows she's got 2 championship level riders going after her. Christine is fast. She's getting a look at the rollback. Let's see where she goes. She's getting a look at the rollback on the Longines jump. There's that new jump, that brain juice green jump. Now she's getting a look at the turn on number 3. You see there was a gate on top on flat cups. Now you've got rails. So they're a little less difficult to knock down. Let's see what Kristen's strategy is going to be. You want to go fast enough to put the pressure on the 2 riders after you to make a mistake, but not so fast that you just knock the poles down. That being said, no matter how fast you go, the worst you're going to be is 3rd. Let's see what she does. She's got a nice gallop. She does the 8 strides to number 2. That's relatively conservative. She's tipping her hand, good at number 3. Above all, she wants to put in a clear round. She wants to force the other riders to make a mistake. The front rail is the tough part. Okay, 3 more jumps to go. Good turn on the brain juice oxer. This tall vertical caused a lot of trouble in the first round. Still good. Oh, the last is down. Oh, that's so unfortunate. The last jump is down for 4 faults in a time of 38.05. She was playing it a little bit cool to put in the 0, to put in the clear. So the time looks beatable, but 1 down. The door is wide open for Jessica Mendoza and Shane Sweetnam.
Well, you have a young rider. And you
Now,
have
Ernie, I have to interrupt you. These next 2 riders, one of these 2 riders is going to eclipse Skylar Wireman and take over the Longines leading rider title, because it's 200 points to win. It's 160 points for 2nd place. Jessica or Shane, who are currently 3rd and 4th in the standings. But let's put our eyes on Jessica Mendoza. This is her number 1 horse. She jumped it in the European Championships earlier this year.
We've seen her this week, and she can go fast.
Does the 8 strides. She knows she's got the veteran Shane Sweetnam and James Conn Cruz behind her. She wants to go fast enough to put the pressure on Shane, but she's got to go clear. Good so far. Oh, she's tight on this big green oxer. Still clear. Yeah, she looks good against the clock. She's got to leave this last jump up. She does the 9 strides. It's clear. Look at the clock. 37.34. She was even faster than Kristen Vanderveen, but with no down, there's our current leader, Jessica Mendoza from Great Britain. What a brilliant ride. The way she handled the pressure. There she really shifted right, which saved her time, but took risk. Here she gallops on over. What a great ride.
So Peter, as a seasoned veteran, you're in Shane Sweetnam's position. What would you do?
I've got nothing to lose. I want to be definitely fast enough to win. If I have a pole down and I'm fast enough to win, I come in second because I beat Kristen, who had a medium time, and if I leave them up, I win. So, my opinion, he goes for the win. He goes to beat 37.34 seconds. This horse has a huge stride, so he'll take advantage of it. Let's see what he does, 1 to 2. Does the 7, does the leave out from 1 to 2. And with a big horse like that, I think that's a really smart place to save time. He's got to leave this up. This is delicate and very, very tight inside. This is a big, scopy horse. It's still up. He's got to be faster. He's got nothing to lose by being fast. If he has a pole down, he'll be second. If he can leave him up, he'll win. Let's check the clock in the bottom of your right-hand screen. He's got the time. He's clear. What? No! No! Second place,
Amazing.
Jessica Mendoza of Great Britain.
We have a new winner of the Hampton Classic Grand Prix 2025, Jessica Mendoza.
She not only wins this $400,000 5-star Grand Prix sponsored by Longines, but she also takes over the leading rider title. That's $20,000 and a beautiful Longines watch, courtesy of Longines.
Congratulations to all of our participants. We're going to be staying with the action here. We'll be covering the festivities and, of course, the press conference. But this has been one of those most outstanding events.
Epic Grand Prix here at the Hampton Classic.
So let's
It did
name
not
our top
disappoint.
5. Jessica Mendoza, number 1.
Shane Sweetnam of Ireland, number 2. Kristen Vanderveen of the U.S. in 3rd. Those were our 3 jump-off riders. Then we go to the fastest 4 falters in the first round. USA Charlotte Jacobs did a beautiful job. USA Spencer Smith in 5th, and Catherine Dinan. Those 2 beautiful grays, Catherine and Spencer's, finishing in 6th place.
So we're going to be covering our award presentation, but before we go any further, I'd love to know, it's been a year since I've seen you. Anything new?
Well, I am just coaching and setup riding these days. I've transitioned to another place in my professional career. I'm very happy. I'm loving coaching and looking forward to helping the younger riders go on to be the best they can be. Of course, I'm very partial to the U.S. I'm always rooting for the U.S., but helping our up-and-coming international riders be the best they can be.
And you know what it's like to be on an Olympic team, also to win being on an Olympic team. Is this something your students
Yeah, I mean,
want to do?
When you get to a Hampton Classic, there's not a rider that walks in this ring that doesn't aspire to be an Olympic medalist. You know, it's not just about making it to the Olympic Games. It's about winning a medal in the Olympic Games. And you only get there through hard work, perseverance, passion, commitment. And the sport is harder than ever. Harder than ever. The horses are better than ever. The riders are better than ever. The quantity of top riders is more than we've ever seen. So you got to be darn good. You got to work darn hard, and you got to be lucky.
Well, we love the Leone brothers. You guys really represent the best of what this sport is all about. Also, the family connection. And I hear your older brother now is riding. He has a medical career.
Older brother Armin is developing young horses and breaking them and bringing them to the sport. The oldest horses he's riding right now are 2 5-year-olds. That'll be jumping in the Young Horse Championships over the next month. And brother Mark is coaching and running an active show business. And myself, I'm just loving it. I love being there for the young riders and sharing whatever I've learned. And it's great stuff. But I'll tell you, what an epic Grand Prix we had today.
The trip. I know you had to travel many miles to be with us. And
what a picture-perfect day, Ernie.
Thank you, Peter.
We're in the mid-70s, blue skies, perfect footing, great course, top horses, top riders. And, one of the things, you young riders have to remember is just because maybe you ride well and you're pretty darn good, doesn't mean you win every time. Ken Farrington, 2 down with his number 1 horse. McLean Ward, 2 down with his number 1 horse. Doesn't make them any less great. It just means it's a tough sport.
Well, it's going to be a great press conference. You and I are going to be in there, and we're going to no doubt be hearing from these riders and their experience. But now would be a good time for us to squeeze in a quick break. You're watching live coverage from the Hampton Classic Horse Show. We have a winner.
Great Britain's Jessica Mendoza.
Wonderful tribute to Jessica Mendoza and her home country of Great Britain.
And I wonder if Great Britain has actually won this Grand Prix over the years.
That's a
there's
very
a
good
chance.
question.
Maybe Tim Grubb once upon a time.
Tim Grubb.
A great rider for Great Britain. He also rode for the U.S. a little bit. But, our statistician, Marty Bauman, and
he would know.
He'll know. We'll get a chance to check with him. As you can see, Jessica
That's a good
is...
press conference.
It certainly
question.
is. I got another one for Shane Sweetnam.
I love it.
You'll notice Jessica's wearing the blue Longines sash because there it is. She's the leading rider from this year's Hampton Classic, the leading 5-star rider. $20,000 to Jessica, in addition to a huge prize money check for winning today's Grand Prix. And what a wonderful, wonderful little horse. I believe Jessica's engaged to be married to American rider Nicholas Delajoyo. Again, I'm very weak on the ET side of things, but
we've had some great pairings of couples here at the Hampton Classic over the years, and great marriages. I mean, these are the people you live and work with.
Dee Dee and Michael Matz, the list goes on and on.
Absolutely.
And there's a beautiful shot of Jessica Mendoza, her wonderful mount.
I see Shanette Bart Cohen is there, executive director, and a great lady who's led this Hampton Classic Horse Show for a number of years and has done a fabulous job as we celebrate our 50th anniversary.
Jessica's mount in the air. Looks like he's no stranger to the winner's circle. She's 12 years old, this lovely mare. And you know what they say, there's nothing like a good mare. One of our Bridgehampton favorites, U.S. favorites, Joe Fargis and Touch of Class, McLean Ward and Sapphire, McLean Ward and Azor, Kent Farrington and Gazelle, Kent Farrington and Greya, the list goes on. There's Shane Sweetnam, on the magnificent, great James Conn Cruz. Boy, the clock in his head was just a little bit off. Just a little bit off today. What a shame.
You know what's really something? You have the #1 rider in the world, Kent Farrington.
Yes.
You've got McLean Ward, and they came to participate in this Hampton Classic, to be part of it. I mean, obviously,
They didn't come here to participate in the Hampton. Guys
weren't.
like that, they came here to win today.
Absolutely.
The Sunday Grand Prix, the
Absolutely.
$400,000 class.
And they were bested by Jessica, but I have to say, she won. She took all the marbles.
She sure did. She sure, and it is no surprise.
No.
I mean, when you looked at the start list, well, you certainly were going to put McLean Ward and Kent Farrington and probably Shane Sweetnam. You know, you were going to say who could really win today. They'd be near the top of your the
Yes.
top of your list.
Absolutely.
This young lady, she'd be on the list of possible winners.
Now and forevermore, because she, from earlier this week, she proved herself as someone who could really come out here and post the winning round.
And you know, that's one of the reasons why Longines is such a good match with the sport of show jumping, because it came down to tenths and hundredths of seconds. And Jessica Mendoza, with her wonderful little mare,
winning
was
round
the fastest.
Look at this.
Here's the victory gallop. Jessica Mendoza waving to the crowd. Shane Sweetnam, James Conn Cruz right behind her on the big,
How wonderful. Look
wonderful
at this.
gray. And Kristen Vanderveen on her wonderful horse, Bulls Run Jira. Three heroes of today's Hampton Classic Grand Prix.
Well, we celebrate each and every one of them and their victory and all of their commitment to making this sport such an exciting sport.
We've all been very lucky, Ernie. We got a chance to witness great show jumping here at the Hampton Classic.
And our crowd is
Fabulous
loving
crowd.
it. We have a great crowd that has their phones out. They're taking pictures.
There she
and
goes.
They're thrilled.
Her final lap. Our victor today, Great Britain's Jessica Mendoza, and the 12-year-old mare In the Air.
Wonderful. That is, what a day, what a victory. You could have never predicted it.
Now for Jessica Mendoza, she'll remember this win for the rest of her life.
Excellent.
Because this is a bucket list Grand Prix.